Yeah, these are comments I saw from Rich. He said, "Pin, pin.com." He said, uh, "Pin has made him a huge amount of money this year." Okay, and he says it saves me a ridiculous amount of time. Okay, have you tried Pin?
Yep, I use Pin. It's a very very good tool. That
Tell us how you use it.
So Pin uses AI, so you can do it two ways. You can basically talk to it and say, "Hey, I need a salesperson in Boston that sells for the SaaS industry, and is with a startup, and someone that has 5 years of sales experience and experience working with Salesforce, and is able to cold call and get new business." And it will generate a list of candidates for you, and you basically can go through the candidates, and let's say that someone has too much experience or has irrelevant industry experience, and the more you kind of like give it feedback on the candidates that it found, it makes adjustments to its search algorithm, and it will return a slate of candidates that gets better as you go through it. You can also create messaging campaigns through it. You can have it do text. You can have it do LinkedIn connections. It does a lot of stuff.
Do you pay for it yourself, or do you
I
have
do.
your employer?
I do
Okay,
pay
and
for it myself.
how much is it costing you?
Well, I got it early on, so I think I got it for $174 a month.
And you think it's worthwhile? Like, let's say
Well,
$200
I
a
mean,
month.
any tool that you use, I think you should always demo it first to see if it works for you, because not every industry. I know people that have used it that said it doesn't work well for their industry. So before you invest,
can you remember any examples? I've had that experience with some of those sorts of things.
Construction was the industry. The person that used it said that it didn't work well for them. It would definitely be one of the tools I would recommend that someone has on their list to try out to see if it works for their industry and their niche. Because I do think it has a lot of potential. I just don't know, again, every niche that it'll work for. Does that make sense?
Okay. And this woman, she said, we use Pin and Juicebox instead of LinkedIn. Can you get away with Pin and no LinkedIn?
I don't think it's wise for someone just to throw LinkedIn out the window, because there's so many users on there, and it's been around for 20 plus years. So there's people I know that have moved entirely away from it, and I know there's people that left it and went back to it because they couldn't get the volume of candidates that they needed to fill their role.
Okay, so you're saying Pin, and this other woman, Bridget, said she tried Pin, and it's pretty much the same as Seek Out.
It would be, so I would put Pin on par with the Seek Out, Juicebox, Hire Easy. They do a lot of things, but they're not all the same. They all have little strengths and weaknesses. I'm a big fan of Seek Out. It's just very expensive, and for an individual to buy it themselves, it's not cost effective. So that's why I didn't go with Seek Out.
How much is Seek Out?
I think it was like $3,000 or something for a year.
Wow. And Tommy always recommends Sales SQL.
Well, that's different. SalesQL is a great contact finding tool. I use it. I do pay for that myself as well. Very, very affordable. Works really well for sales and finding contact and cell numbers, but it doesn't get them all. So you would need SalesQL as like your primary, and then another one is like a secondary.
Okay.
So I like the other one. I like is Wiza, Wiza.
Wiza. I haven't heard of that. What's so good about it?
It gets you personal cell phones, work emails, and personal emails.
How much?
Well, I pay for a monthly plan. I just do it like the cheapest. So I think it's like $49 a month.
That sounds great.
Yeah. And it gives me like 100 lookups. But if you need more, it's very fast.
Oh, you only get 100 for that, eh? Oh,
that's what I get. But you could get more. I mean, if you need more than that, you can do custom plans too. I just pick the cheapest one because it's not my primary tool.
Okay, let's say you were choosing between the cheaper ones like SalesQL and Wiza. Which would you pick?
I would probably pick SalesQL first, just because it's cheaper and it works pretty well.
It's not much cheaper. It can't be much cheaper than what you said.
It is. It is. I get a 6-month plan, so I think it costs me like $200 something bucks for 6 months.
Let me see.
There's also ChatterWorks and RocketReach.
Rich used to talk about ChatterWorks all the time.
ChatterWorks and RocketReach are the other ones I would recommend too.
Why?
Just because they work well, and all these tools pull from similar data sources. They just operate differently, and some of them find better things for different industries. So
Okay. So you've had a lot of experience then using one of your tools, it doesn't work, and you go to the other one, right?
Yep, I go through. I have many other ones I do that with as well. That are what they call a freemium model, where you get X amount of tries or
Oh yeah.
lookups
Oh
in
yeah.
a month, because their intention is for you to buy it. You
Yep.
know, like if you needed a free one to try, SalesQL has a great free one. I think it's like a 100 or two in a month you can look up, and it'll give you all the emails, but you can't get the cell numbers if you don't have the paid version.
Uh-huh. Okay. What about though, Jobin, people like that too?
Jobin is Jobin has potential. I've demoed it a few times. It doesn't really work right now with my current setup, so it's not something I've worked with. But I know a lot of the folks that are on Tommy's show. They're a big fan of it, and they use it
Yeah.
for a lot of their LinkedIn
$50.
connection
It's only
and
50
outreach.
a month, right?
Yeah, and it has a lot of potential. So if you don't have a big budget to work with, it would definitely be one I would try, because it's a lot more affordable than the Hire Easies, than the Pins, than the rest of them. So it's
Yeah.
definitely one I would check out.